Good morning, friends. It's Tuesday at 9 a.m. Central Time. It's Carrie from Stretch Tea, and we're going to do some stretching for our necks because I still have a stiff neck and shoulder. I don't know what's going on, you guys, although I'll tell you, if any of you guys know about Louise Hay and her book, You Can Heal Your Life, it's so great. She talks about psychosomatic problems. And today, still shoulder pain, even though I have stretched and done all the magic that should happen with stretching to fix it, it's still there. So there's something, ugh. And also, I woke up today, I went for my walk this morning and had knee pain and my knee hurts. Well, it's all about burdens and stress and not wanting to bend your ego. And today's the big day, you guys. Today's the day I go downtown and clean out the studio. I'm closing the shop. I'm closing Stretch Tea. It's a really hard thing for me to do. I'm feeling it a little bit. I am also really excited about what the future will bring. I think being locked into a brick and mortar studio has been kind of a hindrance for me for quite some time as far as getting this message out to everybody who needs to experience Ki-Hara. But today's, it's going to be tough. But pretty soon we'll have Jeff here, Jeff the Skeleton, in the studio. So just you wait. New studio is my dining room. So woohoo! So today we're going to work a little bit on shoulder stability and shoulder strength and flexibility. I'm trying to get this to unlock. Also some knee stuff. So we'll work a little bit on shoulder pain and knee pain, specifically also within these contexts of letting go of the burdens in your life or letting go of your pride so that you can be more flexible. It's like the knee thing is like not being able, like unable to bend, like being completely inflexible, and not inflexible from like a stretching kind of way, but inflexible from a like, I will not move. Like there's a part of me that really wants to stay in that studio and make it work and has for so many years. But sometimes life gives you a pandemic and then you change course, right? So let's see what happens. If anyone is online watching today, let me know. Say hi in the chat. Tell me who's here, anything you want to work on specifically, or if there's any specific limitations or issues that you guys have, because if there's anybody who like doesn't want to get on their knees, or actually, since we're working on knee pain, we'll probably be pretty sensitive to that today. And other stuff, just let me know. We can problem solve through some things for you too. But if nobody chimes in, we're going to problem solve me. All right, let's go. Let's get to it. So let me get us set up for the mat. We're going to start off with the neck and shoulders. And what I'm feeling is this like tightness and pain that goes this way along the outside of my shoulder blade and comes up and into my neck. I think it's my trapezius, to be honest. I'm not quite sure because, bodies are weird, especially our own bodies don't really give us all the information that we need. So as we're going through stretches, I'll tell you what you're supposed to feel, and then I'll tell you maybe a little bit about what it's not supposed to feel like. If you feel something good or bad, you use that for your own judgment as to whether the stretch is good or bad for you. If the stretch is good for you, keep doing it. If the stretch is bad, then skip it, and we'll come back to it later. We're going to do what's called problem solving in Ki-Hara. That means a little bit of cleaning around, right? Doing a couple other stretches to see if we can unlock the thing that's the real problem. Okay, so go ahead and bring your right arm across and grab your wrist with your left hand. You're going to resist like you're pushing both arms apart. This is how resistance stretching works. This is Surrey, team mascot. And you're going to push up for strength. Pay attention to what you feel in this move, and then pull down for your stretch and pay attention to what you feel when you stretch. Now, I usually feel a stretch through my neck and shoulder. I don't usually have any pain in this, but I am feeling it. So I'm going to fake my way through it so that you guys can do this. In real life, if this is you, then you should just stop this stretch completely, do something different. Like I can tell you, the stretch is supposed to be from your neck down here, but what I feel as I come up is some pain here. And as I come down, I feel my rib cage, pain in my rib cage. And as I bring my head to the side, that doesn't feel like a stretch as much as it feels like a tight, like pull. It feels like hot metal almost. I don't know how else to describe it. Yeah, it's more of a sharp. It doesn't feel like a relief. It feels very uncomfortable. So for you guys, if it feels good to you, if the stretch feels warm, if it feels comfortable, then stay with it. If it doesn't feel good to you, take that information and then gather what you can from that information, and then we're going to fix it. That's why I started with this stretch, because I knew for me it wasn't going to work, but I knew it would give me more information. So let's go ahead and switch to the other side and see what this side gives us as far as information goes. So bring your left arm across your body, grab your wrist with your right hand, resist like you're trying to pull both arms apart. I can't help it when she does this, I have to rub her belly. I have to. Okay, then push up for strength. On the way down, you'll continue resisting. So I'm still trying to push my left arm up. My right arm is winning. I'm going to bring my head to the side and get a stretch here through the outside of my neck and shoulder on the left side. This side feels fine to me. So I'm going to keep doing this one because it's good. So you go up for strength and down for stretch. Remember, if the stretch doesn't feel good to you, just skip it. Okay, you just skip it. We're going to come back to these stretches later because there's some magic in how this method works. And as we do some other stretches, this one will open up for you. Okay, up for strength and down for stretch. Find the stretch in your neck on the outside right here. And again, some bad things would be like if you feel it in your chest, like if it feels pinchy here, or if you feel like sharp pains, if it just doesn't feel right to you. Pay attention to those things. They're important. Now we aim for about 6 to 10 repetitions of each stretch, but you do what feels good to you, okay? You're cute. Okay, the next stretch we're gonna do, you're gonna use the door for. So find your door frame or a corner of your room or something that you can put your hand against. Then you'll take your right hand just to, like on your index finger right here, I think you can see that. Like you want to put this part of your finger right here against the door. So you're going to kind of like push into it like that. With your arms straight. Now, if you have any impingements in your shoulder, then you probably don't want to do this, okay? So just get information and skip it if it doesn't feel good. Pull with that arm like you're trying to pull down towards your left hip. As you do that, that will pull your body towards the door. You just let your feet roll with you, and then turn your feet to the opposite side of the door to open your chest. You should feel this through here. I feel it all the way down the base of my ribs. It's good. Find the stretch in the way that feels the best to you. That might mean working in the smaller range of motion too. Suri's just gonna camp out there. She is out cold. She's like full asleep, except her tail. Maybe she's not. Maybe she's just fooling us. Oh, this stretch feels really great to me. It's right through the front of my shoulder, right through here. See what it feels like to you. If you feel anything in the back of your shoulder, like back here, then don't do this stretch. It's not working for you. And again, we aim for about 6 to 10. You do as many as you want, what feels good to you, okay? And be sure to tell me in the chat. There are not a lot of people in class today. That's okay, but it means that we can do a little bit of fine-tuning on your body. That's why class is live. It's so that we can interact. So if you're having any issues, let me know in the chat and we'll work through them, okay? I'm here for you, my friends. I am here for you. It's not just about my shoulder. I could make this all about me. I did the other day. I totally made it all about me. All right, let's switch sides. So you'll have your left arm up this time. You're going to try to pull down towards your left hip. The wall will stop you. And if you let your arm overpower your body, it'll pull you in so that your face gets real close to your bicep. And then as you turn to open up, you just look the other way. Open your shoulder. You should feel this in the front here. If you feel anything in the back of your shoulder, don't do it. If it feels unstable, just work in smaller ranges of motion or skip it completely also. Like, you don't want anything to feel bad. You should feel strong and in control the whole time. So you turn in for strength and you open up for your stretch. Oh, so good. It's so good. And you open up for your stretch, finding that stretch here. The next stretch we're gonna do, we're gonna stay in this door frame. Bring your left arm up, bring your right arm up like you have your arm in an L position. Everything's kind of bent at 90 degrees, your arm is straight out to the side, kind of like if you were a cactus. And put the whole part of your forearm on the other side of the door frame. Okay, so my whole arm is against the door. Then from here, I'm going to twist in. I use my arm. I'm trying to pull my arm in front of me. And as I pull my arm in front of me, I'm going to turn in to find the strength in my pec muscles. And then I'm going to open up to find this stretch in the front of my body here. And then you just go back and forth. So you curl in. This is strength training. Continue resisting. Continue moving. And just turn your body the other way. You should feel this all the way through the front of your chest. If you feel anything in your back, it means we have other things to do. So we'll fix that. We'll just, we'll work through it bit by bit. And of course, let me know in the chat if anything comes up. If you run into any problems, let me know. And we'll work on it, okay? So twist in, this is strength. And open up for your stretch. Where are you going? Okay, see you later. It's a good one, right? Right through the front of your shoulder, into your biceps, here, and through your pecs. Fantastic. Let's do the other side. So bring your left arm up like you're a cactus. Put your forearm from your elbow all the way to your wrist on the other side of the door frame. And then turn in so that you can strength train your pecs. Use your body to turn open to get this stretch to the front of your shoulder. You curl in for strength and open up for your stretch. Now remember, if you guys run into a problem, just write it in the chat. Let me know. We'll work through it. Should feel this right through here. If you don't feel it, don't do it. Okay? So you pull in towards the wall. Your arm is pulling your body so that you come to face the door frame. Then you pull with your body while your arm still fights to get into this resistant stretch. It's a good one. It's a real good one. All right. Oh, let's do one more. Pulling in for strength and open up for your stretch. Awesome. Let's come back to our mat. So we're going to do a little work on the back of our shoulders. So have a seat in any way that feels good to you, whether you're sitting on your knees or in a chair. You could stand up even if you want to do this stretch standing up. That'd be all right. Bring your right arm up in that same like cactus type position, but this time in front of your face. And you're going to put your hand on the outside of your elbow. Okay, so my right arm is up, my left arm is holding my elbow. And you're going to resist if you're pulling both arms apart. Push open for strength, all the way open towards the right, but keep your back straight. So don't let your body twist with you. Keep your torso in line. And then pull across for your stretch. You should feel a really great stretch across the back of your shoulder, right through here. Nothing in your chest, I hope. So open for strength, pull across for your stretch. If you feel any pinching in the front here, then we have more work to do. So just hang tight because we're going to do a little problem solving in this muscle group, okay? You can skip it if it doesn't feel good. That's fair. For any of these stretches, you don't want to do anything that hurts. Stretching should not hurt, okay? So anything we do should feel safe and healthy for your body. That's how you're going to make the most gains in mobility. That's a little bit of a paradigm shift for some people, but you guys, this method is different and it's very effective. So open for strength and close for your stretch. Getting rid of all that shoulder tension, and then open and close. Open for strength and close for your stretch. And then we're going to try the other side. So bring your left arm up, grab your elbow with your right hand, try to pull both arms apart, push open to the left this time, and pull across for your stretch. You should feel this in the back of your shoulder right through here. And again, if you don't feel it, just skip it. Let me know in the chat, right? All you have to do is say in the chat, like, hey, this stretch isn't working for me, and then I'll fix it. That's why we're live, so I can help you. Okay, so just give me a shout in the chat. And if you're watching this on your TV, just sign in on your phone so that you can chat on your phone on YouTube. That's fine, right? Because I know sometimes on your TV you can't really get into the chat, right? Boy, this one feels good, huh? For me anyway, it's getting warm. Getting warm in here. All right, now after this one, we're gonna go into our first group of stretches. We're gonna repeat these 4 stretches again, see if we can get a little bit more stability, more gains. You should feel stronger, you should feel more flexible, you should feel more activation in those muscles. You might feel a stretch in ways you didn't feel before. This is all because all of those muscles work together as a team. And as we unlock other things, like as we go to the wall, it actually facilitates healing and change in the other muscles. It's kind of amazing how the whole body works together. It's kind of funny that we spend so much time stretching and strengthening things like they're like buckets, like they're just individual things. But the body works as a team. It works as a system. So you have to stretch the system. You can't just stretch the one muscle, right? It's a kind of like a shift to people, but you know, when you think about it, it really makes sense, right? So bring your right arm across your body so that your elbow is straight. Grab your wrist with your left hand, and you're going to resist by pushing up towards the ceiling. Keep resisting, and you're going to pull down this time towards your left hip. When you get to the bottom here, bring your head to the side and see if you can find that stretch. What? Hi, Bubba. Come up for strength and down for stretch. And if you remember, this was the stretch that did not feel good to me before. And now it feels fine. Like the last time I would feel pain here when I came up, and on the way down I felt my ribs. Now I just feel that stretch in my neck. It's also interesting to say that I notice with me and with my clients, when I usually have a breakthrough, my pets go nuts, right? Like your animals. So it doesn't surprise me that Suri just like came for a little moral support to help with the healing process. Good job, Bubba. So you pull down and find that stretch in your neck and shoulder. Oh, it's good. It's good. And then we're going to do the other side. So bring your right arm across. Your left arm across. Grab your wrist with your right hand and push up for strength. And then down for your stretch. And when you get to the bottom here, bring your head over to the left. I mean the right, to find the stretch in your neck. So you come up for strength, pulling down to the right, your head to the right, find the stretch in the neck and in your left shoulder, okay? Up for strength and down for stretch. And again, if you guys are still having any problems with any of these stretches, let me know and we'll work through them. I can probably give you at least some answers or at least some, some guidance on what's happening in your own body. All right, now we're gonna stand up. We really are. Sorry, you're so cute. Okay, come back to your door. So you're gonna take your left arm and bring it up. I'm getting my rights and lefts confused again. Bring your right arm up so that your index finger is against the door frame. You're gonna pull with that arm like you're trying to pull towards your opposite leg. And as you do that, you'll just twist in. So I'm actually using the force of my arm to twist my body in. And then I'm gonna use my body to twist open. There's not a lot of resistance here. You should feel this stretch from your shoulder to your ribs. And you pull in for strength and open for stretch. I'm just holding my rib cage down. This muscle group connects to your upper ribs. So by holding my rib cage down, I make sure that that I'm keeping one side solid. If I'm moving from this side, I want to keep the other side stable. So if you want to, you can hold your rib cage, just kind of hold it down, hold it in place. See if you can get a better stretch or a different stretch. And let's do one more like that, and then we're going to switch sides, okay? Oh, okay. So now bring your left arm up. Hold your index finger in the door frame. Resist like you're trying to pull across your body to tap your right leg. Then as you do that, if you let your arm win, it'll twist you so that your whole body twists in towards the door frame. Then unlock your body by turning open this way. You can hold your rib cage down if you want to. And catch the stretch in the front of your shoulder here on the left side. So open for, close it up for strength and open for your stretch. Oh. And just go back and forth just like this. In and out. Open and closed. Find the stretch in the best way for you. And again, if it doesn't work, just let me know in the chat. We'll work through it, okay? Oh, so good. Okay. Oh, I got so distracted by the cat. I forgot that we did our chest stretch in the door. Don't sit down, stay up. Bring your arm up like you're a cactus and put your forearm in the door frame again. And it's like you're trying to pull your elbows together, like if you were doing a pec deck at the gym where you pull in this way. If you put your right arm up, yeah, and then turn in, you'll strength train your pec muscles. It's like doing push-ups, but so easy. And then you open up towards the other side. You use your body to open you up. Keep resisting your arm into the wall the whole time. It's going to keep you really safe. Squeeze in and open up. Find that stretch in the way that feels the best to you. It should be in the front of your chest. Hopefully it feels good. You just open and close, just like the other stretch, but the difference is that your arm is angled different. I'm bent here, as before I was straight, right? So it's just a little different. Opening up for your stretch, closing for strength. Feels good. Feels really good. Oh, yeah. Closing up for strength, opening for your stretch. Keep resisting the whole time. So good. Okay. All right, so let's do the other side. So bring your arm up like a cactus again. Put your hand inside the door frame on the other side, right? So like you're resisting, you're able to push into the door this way, and it stops your arm from coming forward. When you do that, it's going to twist you in. So you use your arm to twist your body in so that your face comes towards your elbow. Then you're going to untwist. So use your lower body, your legs, your hips to open you up and pull away from the hand. But I'm still resisting with my arm in the wall. So if I let my arm win, it pulls me right back. And then as I twist open, it opens me up into the stretch. So pull in for strength and open for stretch. Find this in your chest here. And again, if it doesn't feel good, you don't feel good in the stretch, if you feel it in the back of your shoulder, if you feel it in your neck, let me know. Write it down in the chat. If you can't figure it out, write it down. I'll explain more. Good work, you guys. Okay, now come back to your mat. We're going to work on the back of your shoulders again. So bring your right arm up, grab your elbow with your other hand, sit however you want. You don't have to sit like this. It's totally fine, okay? Open up for strength, keeping your torso still. So my shoulders are still over my hips, even when I'm open. Then you're gonna pull across for your stretch. Find the stretch in the back of your shoulder. Should feel pretty good right through here. Opening up for strength and closing for your stretch. You can't see her. Suri is playing with a twist tie, even as like it's on your bread. But she climbs over chairs and stuff to attack it. And she just totally fell over. Missed it. That's what that noise. You hear the rustling in the back, it's just Sari. So you can't be upset about it because she's having the time of her life. All right, so now bring your other arm up. Grab your elbow with your right hand. You're going to resist like you're pulling out. Push open to the side, open to the left, and then pull across to the right. Find the stretch in the back of your shoulder. And then open for strength, and pull across for your stretch. Opening up and pulling across. Now, as we start to release this tension in your shoulders, you'll notice that that feeling of like heavy burdens, having the weight of the world on your shoulders will start to dissipate a little bit more. It's nice, huh? There's a little psychosomatic element to all of this. Sometimes we hold tension because of our emotions. It's true. It happens. You know it's true because when you feel intense emotion, like when you feel anxiety, you go, right? When you feel vulnerable, you close in. Our body reacts to emotions. So when you're feeling stressed out, when you're feeling full of burdens, these stretches will really help you to release those things. All right, now we're going to go into some stretches for your quads here. See, nope, that's not what I'm going to do. Let's do changing it up. Let's do some stretches for knee stability. We're going to get into our glutes first, and then we'll move through. Okay, so lay on your sides. Bring your knees up so that your feet are in front of your body. So your feet aren't behind you like a normal clamshell. You're actually up pretty high. It should look like you're sitting in a chair with your knees stacked over each other, your hips stacked over each other. Your hips are bent at 90 degrees, your knees also at 90 degrees. Then put your hand right on top of your knee, and you're going to push up for strength, and then push down for your stretch. This stretch you'll feel in the outside of your hip, in your glutes, right here. It'll feel like a burn. So we're aiming for about 10. If you feel like the burn is too much for you, then don't do 10. Do 5 or 6. That'd be okay. You can also let me know if you feel anything funny. So in the chat, you can just write in that you feel this on your other side, like the side that you're laying on would be a problem. There you go. If you feel anything in your inner thighs, if you feel it in your hips, if this feels bad, if you don't feel anything at all, like if you cannot find the burn in your glutes, let me know. Now, if you notice I'm straightening my leg out, this makes the stretch a little more intense. So you start up at the top, and then if you try to kick your heel forward slowly, like at the same speed, you'll find the stretch through the outside of your hip. It might go all the way down through the outside of your leg. Like I usually get a deeper, like IT band type stretch when I come down this way. Whew. And again, we're aiming for about 10, but you do what feels good to you. And then we'll switch sides. I don't know how I ever taught class without a cat before. You have to always have a cat around. Okay, so now we're laying on the other side. You'll put your hand on top of your knee, push up for strength. Continue pushing up while you push down for your stretch. You'll feel this in your glutes. Should be right here on the top. You'll feel a nice burn. That's the stretch. And it may not feel like a stretch, but if you think about it, as you're coming up, the muscle's shortening. And as you push down, the muscle's lengthening. It's a different type of stretching, you guys. It's very effective. It gets the muscles super activated. And also, you see more flexibility. It actually removes the knots like from the belly of the muscle. It's kind of amazing. So you come up for strength and down for your stretch. If you feel like you want a little bit of extra, just reach your foot in front of you. If you feel any pain or discomfort, stop doing this. It'll feel like a burn, but it should feel like it's okay and it's safe. If it doesn't feel safe, don't do it, okay? Skip it. We're going to come back to these stretches later since we're problem solving today. We'll see what happens, okay? Something might be different the next time around. But it doesn't do you any favors, doesn't do you any good to be in a stretch that doesn't feel safe and healthy to you. I can't say that enough, okay? I'm just going to shut the curtain because it changes how the lighting works. I'm so excited. I ordered a curtain, like a really fancy curtain on Amazon. Turns out it's coming from China and it's taking like 2 months to get here. So it should be here soon, maybe next week. Okay, so you're gonna squeeze your legs in for this stretch. I'm laying on my back, feet up towards the ceiling, and you're gonna use your arms to open you up wide. into a wide leg split. This is a stretch for your inner thighs, right through here. Use your legs to squeeze you in, resist all the time, and then pull open with your arms. Remember the rules of Ki-Hara. Squeeze in for strength, always resisting, and open up for your stretch, always resisting, always moving. You stop when your body says stop. And you just go back and forth. There's an ease to this. There's never a point at the end where you feel like you're struggling. Like you don't like fight to get a deeper stretch here. It's not the benefit. The benefit is resisting, stretching, your body's safe, and then at a certain point it says that's good, and then you pull right back in. But you never spend time trying to push a stretch further than it wants to go, or trying to hang out at an end range because you think it'll be beneficial. It's not. And it's based in science, you guys. It's scientific. Static stretching is not a permanent solution to tension. And in some ways can be even a hindrance, okay? So just be aware that there's no reason ever to hold a stretch, ever, right? Like ever. So a resistance stretch actually is going to give you more stability, more strength. It's going to reinforce where your body is safe and what your range of motion is. And then as you go into a deeper range of motion, you reinforce that stability so that the deeper range of motion sticks forever, okay? Not just for like a little bit. Not like you have to go to class 5 days a week, okay? You can come join me for class 5 days a week. You're going to feel good. But it'll be more to get stronger, to get more stable, and less to like be able to do the splits or do, crazy stuff. So now we're going to come up into a lunge with your right leg in the front, your left leg behind, and you're going to try to scissor both legs together. And by that I mean try to kick your heel back while you try to pull your knee forward. So it's a front to back scissoring motion. Use your front leg to pull you into the lunge. Lean back just a little bit to see if you can find the stretch in the front of your hip. And then use your back leg to pull you back. Use your front leg to pull you forward, finding the stretch in the front of your hip. Back leg pulls you back, okay? Resistance between both legs all the time. And then check in, make sure that you feel this in the right place. It should be a stretch right in the front of your left hip, right here. Not on the outside, not in the back, just in the front. If you feel anything different than that, you can stop. If this hurts your knee, you can also stop. It's possible that the problem that you're having is based off of knee stability and not about your hip flexor at all, or not even about that your knee hurts when it's on the floor. If that's the case, though, you can put a towel under your knee, or like a cushion, that would be okay. So interesting, the body, you guys. When I do real problem solving, when I really pay attention, put my attention on my body, on the things that are working, I learn so much. It's so funny. Like right now, the psoas muscle that we're working on comes up and attaches in the back, like it comes through, and like some people think it attaches to the diaphragm. And I've been having some real problems. I had a horrible virus in the fall. I thought for sure it was coronavirus. It wasn't. I got tested. It was not. But I had horrible coughing, shortness of breath, all sorts of problems. And ever since then, I've had this rib pain, which I think is contributing to the shoulder thing. And as I do this stretch, I feel my ribs getting, like there's a little bit of something in there. So that's fascinating. We'll see what comes back when we come around the next time. Now I'm switching sides. So I've got my right leg in the back, my left leg in the front. I'm going to try to scissor my legs. So my front leg is trying to pull back. My right leg is trying to pull forward. Now here's another funny tidbit. The pain that I've been having in my knee, just today, I haven't had any knee pain up until this morning. I am starting to feel some pain in my knee on the ground. Like I feel like I want to turn my foot under to keep this part of my knee off the ground. So that's really fascinating. So you can just go back and forth, just like this, finding that stretch in the front of your hip and see how that feels for you. For me, it means that I'm going to skip it. We're going to come back to it. In the meantime, I'm going to read the chat because someone's here. Oh, David, who's actually Helen. Hello. Oh, you know what? My website, Stretch She website, got hacked in the fall. And some of the virus scans still think that there's a problem with it, but it is, yeah, it's not all that helpful. I do have a business email. I will type this in the chat. You can get in touch with me there. I don't think that's going to go out to the whole world. Hopefully not. But yeah, you can check that in. Hopefully, I'm really curious, actually, Helen, to see how your, what happened with your SI joint after we worked on it the other day. And then, and if you have any changes or if anything's different, let me know. Also, we have an amazing trainer, Ellie Bradsell. She's in Birmingham, so I don't know exactly where you are, but she's a great resource for you. Maybe once things open up again, she might be, you know, a welcome fix. You might even actually know her already. I don't know, but she's fantastic. All right. So anyway, send me an email and I'll put you guys in touch, okay? So now bring your left leg in, grab the ball of your foot with both hands. You can put a strap around your foot also if you need to. Kick down for strength, engaging the hamstring, and pull up for your stretch. And you just go back and forth. So kicking down for strength and up for your stretch. Find the stretch in your hamstring in the back. If it doesn't feel good, you can stop. If it does feel good, you stick with it, okay? Because we are going to return to these stretches. So down for strength and up for stretch. And Helen, after we get through this pattern, I'm in a series right now of 4 stretches. So we're going to do these 4 stretches and problem solve them. Then I'm going to show you a stretch against the wall that's really helpful for the SI joint. So I'll show you that one too. Down for strength and up for stretch. But any of these leg stretches are going to help you out, okay? Right, and let's switch sides. So bring your right leg up, grab the ball of your foot either with both hands. I like to grab my toes with one hand so I can hold my head. But you want to make sure that your leg's going straight up and down, like to that wall and to that wall, but not to the angles. So kick down for strength and pull up for your stretch. You just go back and forth. Down and up. Down for strength, up for stretch. And you should feel this stretch right down the back of your hamstring here. Hopefully that feels good to you. You just let me know, okay? Down for strength, up for stretch. You can keep in that stretch while I check the chat again. Unfortunately, it's too small for my eyeballs across the room. Okay, good. Yeah, I know. I understand about all your details about your SI joint or all your details about email. Could be either way, right? All right, so now let's go back into our original stretch for your glutes. So go ahead and lay on your side. Bring your knees up so that they're at a 90-degree angle from your body, and your feet come in front. So my shins are actually parallel to my torso. My feet actually come off the mat in front of me. Then put your hand right on top of your knees, push down for strength and up for stretch. And then continue pushing up with your leg while you use your arm to push you back down. And you'll find this stretch in your glutes, hopefully, maybe a little bit stronger than before, maybe a little more, you might be able to resist a little bit better. You might feel a little bit more stable. See how that feels for you. You don't have to do that many. We already did a bunch, right? So do as many as you feel like you want. You can straighten that leg out if it feels good. Up for strength. And as you come open, you can straighten your leg out to get a deeper stretch if that's what you want to do, okay? All right, that's good on that side. Let's switch to the other side. Okay, so you just bend at your hips about 90 degrees. Bend at your knees also about 90 degrees so that your feet come off the mat in front of you. You're going to put your hand on top of your knee and push up for strength. And then use your arm to push you back down. This is your stretch. You'll find this stretch in your glute on the top here. Hopefully a little stronger, maybe a little more activation. You might feel a little bit more burn than you did before. That'd be fine. Don't feel like you need to do 10 now. We already did a bunch, right? So do as many as you want. You might try straightening out if that feels good to you. Find the stretch in the best way for your body, okay? Up for strength, open for your stretch. Awesome. Good work. Okay, lay on your back. We're going to do our inner thigh stretch now. So bring your legs up into the air. Grab your knees on the inside of both hands. Squeeze in for strength. And use your arms to open you up into this wide leg split to find the stretch in your inner thighs. Open up. Squeeze in for strength. Open up for your stretch. You might notice that you can go a little further this time. You might notice that you feel a little stronger, maybe less shaky, maybe more shaky. That would be okay too. That just means the muscles talking to your brain. Your muscles like, shut up, brain. And the brain's like, but I have so much to say to you. It's been so long. So squeeze in, find that strength. Open up for your stretch. Just a few like that, and then we're going to go back into our hip flexor lunge. All right. I always had to pull up these pants. So now bring your, this is the side I had a problem on. So bring your right leg behind, your left leg in the front, squeeze in with both legs. So you're trying to squeeze towards your body with your front leg, and your back leg is trying to kick away from your body. So there's a scissoring motion front to back. Use your front leg to pull you forward. Finding the stretch in your hip flexor, right here on the front and the right. And then you're going to pull back for your strength training move. Just go back and forth. My knee feels a lot better on the floor, which is good. Last time I wanted to be up like this. Now that actually doesn't feel good at all. I had noticed one day I did this. I had a bruise on the bone. So I wonder if that's still the case. I might still have a little bit of a bone bruise. This is quarantine life, you know, we're under lockdown. I am like running into things. I can't tell you how many times I've run into my dishwasher. I have bruises all over my legs from the stinking dishwasher. Before this, I was out and about all the time. I did my dishes like maybe once a week. Now I'm doing them like every day. It's a lot of dishwasher to run into. So you pull back for strength. Use your other leg to pull you forward for stretch. I switch sides. Feel free to on your own time. Find the stretch that feels the best to you. And just go back and forth, okay? Back for strength. Pull forward into your stretch. Find the stretch in the front of your hip on the left this time. Hopefully that feels good. And then we're going to do stretches for your hamstrings. So go ahead and lay on your back. Bring your left leg up, keep your heel down towards your body, and pull up towards your head for your stretch. Find the stretch in the back of your hamstring right here. Down for strength and up for stretch. You should feel the hamstring. It should feel happy. If it doesn't, work in a smaller range of motion. If you're having trouble reaching this, just wrap a towel around your foot, like a hand towel works perfect. That'll extend the length of your arms a little bit, give you a little bit more range. That'd be okay. So pick down for strength and pull up for stretch. And remember, you don't have to use effort to pull yourself deeper into the stretch. Your body will be okay with wherever it is today. So your body will naturally put on the brakes and tell you when to pull out of it. But I'm not like actually straining to pull my leg into a deeper stretch. Be nice to your body. Work within its limitations. It will open up on its own. Muscles are funny. They're like scared animals, right? You can't force a dog that's scared to play fetch with you. If it's scared, it's going to growl. It's going to hide in the corner. It's not going to like give you cuddles, that's for sure. But if you gently coax it, if you kind of like let the ball just kind of be there, right? Then the dog might want to play later once it knows it can trust you. And that's sort of what happens with these stretches. So kick down for strength. This is the other side. Pull up for stretch. As you get close, it's like the dog just has like, oh, there's a ball? I'm not sure yet. And then as you come back in, he's like, but maybe if I just sniff the ball, right? And then back down. And then he's like, I can chew on that ball. And then eventually it becomes safer and safer and safer. Every stretch is just a little bit closer to joy and bliss of playing catch, right? That's what it is. But in the beginning, it can be really full of fear. So be gentle with yourself and work within the range that feels good to you. But do not struggle or try to force anything to happen. Okay? It's not how the body works. All right. So as promised, this stretch is for your inner thigh, the groin. It's for your, it's like a butterfly type stretch like this, except you're gonna do it on the wall. So what I want you to do is sit up close to your wall. Like actually get so close to the wall that your shoulder touches it and your hip touches the wall. Then you're just gonna take your hands behind you and swing around so that your back's on the ground. You'll feel your sacrum on the ground. And your knees are open. You can put your feet wherever you feel comfortable, whether it's down here, whether it's up here, it doesn't really matter. Put your hands inside your knees, and you're gonna squeeze in for strength, strengthening the inner thighs. As you do that, you're gonna kind of feel your hips roll around your SI, right? Like your hips, the hips kind of like, you feel this like rounding around your sacrum, right? So you pull in for strength. And then use your arms to push open. As soon as you feel any instability or pain, stop. But if you feel a stretch in your inner thigh, that's great. Then push back in. And you just come right out. This would be a good stretch to get information from. So as you're doing this stretch, you should feel it here on your inner thighs. If you feel anything different, like if you feel it in your glutes or you feel it in the outside of your hips here, if you feel your hip flexors, then that would be really good information for me to know. If you feel your right side and not your left side, or vice versa, that would be interesting information too, right? If you don't feel anything at all, that would be good information. So see what you've got in this stretch. See what you can find out about yourself. If you have any pain, don't do it. Or work in smaller ranges. So maybe you feel good just doing this. But if you go any further, it starts to aggravate your SI joint, then don't do it. All right, when you're ready to come out of this, just pull your body into a fetal position and roll over. You just kind of roll over. It's not graceful. It's not graceful at all. Now we're going to work on our glutes and our outer hamstrings. So lay on your back. You might want your towel for this. It's like a hand towel. This works perfect, okay? Lay on your back. Wrap the towel around your left foot, but hold both ends of the towel in your right arm. So now your right arm is going to be diagonally, like stretched out diagonally across your body. I want your knee and your foot to be in that same alignment. So I'm going to turn my knee in to the right so that my knee and my foot are on the same diagonal as my arm. Got it? Then you kick down for strength and you pull up for the stretch. Now because your leg is on that same diagonal as your arm, it's going to be a stretch to the right. But I still want you to think up and down so that we get a hamstring stretch and not a glute stretch. If you actually pull to the right, like if I try to pull my arm towards this wall, and the stretch goes to my glute. That's a different stretch. Okay, so you want to pull up towards the wall, over your head, but it's on a diagonal, so it's going to go to the right. Okay? You should feel this on the outer part of your hamstring here. So take note, see if you can gather some information, and just go from there. Down for strength, and up for stretch. Okay, and when you're ready to switch sides, we're going to wrap the towel around your right foot. Hold both sides of the towel in your left hand. Turn your knee in towards your left elbow so that your knee and your foot are on the same diagonal as your arm. Kick down for strength. Keep kicking down and pull up for your stretch. And you just go back and forth. Down for strength and up for stretch. You just find that stretch in the outside of your leg on the right side. It'll be a hamstring stretch, but it'll be more towards the right wall, okay? Hopefully you can find that one. Hopefully it feels good. If it doesn't feel good, again, just skip it. It's not worth doing anything that doesn't feel good, right? There's no need for that. All right, let's do one more, and then we're gonna get into our quads. So we're gonna stay on our back for this one. Bring your bring your left leg in and grab behind with both hands. So just interlocked my fingers. I'm just gonna hold it there. I'm gonna take my right leg and hook it over top. And from here, I'm gonna resist, like I'm trying to push both legs apart. I'm gonna push up with my left leg. This is strength training, keeping my sacrum on the ground. Then I'm gonna pull down with my right leg so that I get a stretch through my quad, but it's gonna feel more like a burn. Okay? It's gonna feel like working in the front here. And it might take a couple repetitions to get there. If you have any pain, any major fatigue, especially in the front of your knee or in your shin, then go ahead and stop doing the stretch and we'll revisit it, okay? So you just go back and forth, up for strength, and pull down for your stretch. Find this nice warm burn in the front of your quad. It's working. Resisting back and forth the whole time. And then we'll switch sides. So now put your left leg on top of your right leg, reach through and grab only your right leg with both hands. Then you're gonna resist by trying to push both legs apart. So your bottom leg is trying to push up, your top leg is trying to pull down. Okay, so you just fight between the two. If you have any pain or fatigue, of course, you can stop. Just do what feels good to you, okay? Up for strength and down for stretch, and then use this to get some more information. See if you can access your quad muscle. It usually doesn't take very long to find it. It starts burning, you know it's there. So just make sure that you feel it. See if you have any other information. What else do you feel? Any pain, any tugging, any sensation that doesn't fit into this category of the front of your quad? Right? Do you feel anything different? Does this aggravate your back pain? What's going on? What's going on in your body, right? Let's figure it out. All right. It's interesting because a lot of times I'll find on YouTube a certain stretch that's for a very specific thing. And it'll say this stretch will fix your costochondritis. That's what I've been dealing with, this rib pain. It's this one thing will fix it. And the thing about the body is that it does a lot, it builds a lot of layers to protect you from your real problems. So one stretch is never a quick fix because everybody is different. Every single person is different. So every single solution is going to be different. There's never one quick fix, unfortunately. There could be a quick fix for you, but that doesn't mean that would work for every single person in every category. Okay, so now bring your right leg up, grab your heel with your right hand, let your knee open up to the side. Kick down for strength and pull up for stretch. And down for strength and up for stretch. I think it's really fascinating actually. I do a workshop where we go in yoga poses and every single person in the room will get into the same yoga pose and every single person will have a different issue. And every other, will problem solve through it. And one stretch will cure somebody's issue in this stretch, in this yoga pose, and then a totally different stretch will fix an issue in another yoga pose. It's kind of funny. Or you'll have someone that have clients that have back pain. The same stretch that fixes someone's back pain would fix somebody else's shoulder, but wouldn't recreate the same solution in somebody with the same back pain. That makes sense. It's pretty fast. The body's a pretty fascinating little beast, I have to say. All right, let's switch sides. So bring your left leg up, let your knee open up to the side, take your left hand and grab your ankle or your heel, and then kick down for strength, then pull up for your stretch. Finding this stretch in the inner part of your hamstring on the left side. It should be almost like an inner thigh stretch. So down for strength and up for stretch. And you just go back and forth just like this. Whew. That's a good one. Down for strength and up for stretch. All right. Not bad. Now, again, you're in charge of how many you do. I have a tendency to just stretch until I feel like I don't want to anymore. That's what I do. But that's how I know my body to know when it's like, that's good. I've got enough. I've got the benefit that I want from that stretch. Okay. So if you find that you've gotten the benefit that you want, then you're done with that stretch. Even if you only did like 3 or 4, it's okay. Or if you want to do like 20, that's okay too. You just do it feels good to you. All right, we are going to go back to the stretch for our groin muscles actually against the wall. So find your wall space. Put your body like on the wall. So your shoulder touches the wall, your hips touch the wall. And then from here, rotate, just spin around so that your feet can come up on the wall and you're laying flat. Put your hands on your knees and squeeze in for strength and then open for your stretch. My major flaw in this one is that my clothes are slippery and I'm pushing, my whole body wants to go that way. I'm sliding away from the wall. Okay, let's try it there. So yeah, find a place where you feel like you're really stable. Find your resistance by pushing your knees in. Use your arms to open you up. Let your back and your sacrum stay on the ground and stop when it doesn't feel good for you. Okay, just don't even get to the point where it doesn't feel good. Stay in the place where it feels really stable and clear. You should feel your inner thighs and hopefully nothing else, nothing on the outside, nothing in your glutes. But of course, let me know if you do. All right, and then when you're ready, roll over. Roll over. We're going to go into our lateral hamstring stretch next. So lay on your back. Oops, all right, lay on your back. Wrap the towel around your left foot and hold the towel in your right hand. Turn your leg at the same diagonal as your arm. So your knee is going to turn to the right, your heel is going to kind of kick out to the left a little bit. And you'll kick down for strength and pull up for your stretch. Down for strength and up for stretch. Now, those of you who are watching, if you're watching this recorded even, if any of these stretches are really confusing to you, I have step-by-step tutorials of every single stretch on my channel. So make sure you check out, there's a playlist called Stretch by Stretch, I think. That one would be really useful for you. If you find that a lot of these stretches are too challenging for you, you might want to check out a playlist called Stretching for the Inflexible. That doesn't mean that you're inflexible. It's, I want to say, I hate to say it's clickbait. It's just that those stretches are very accessible for everybody. So regardless of what you're going through, those stretches should feel okay for you, okay? And those stretches, there's 4 videos, and each video has 4 videos linked into it that problem solve various stretches. So some of the problem solving that we're doing now, we're doing kind of quickly through class. That one walks you through it a little bit more detailed. So that might be a good way to start too. If you're feeling like these classes are a little inaccessible to you, you might want to try that playlist out first, Stretching for the Inflexible. Or if you know there's a specific problem, I also have a playlist of problem solving videos. So if you know that you have like an issue with your hamstrings, you can problem solve the hamstrings. All right, next we're going to go into our quads. So grab your left leg with both hands, hook your right leg on top, and you're going to resist by trying to pull both legs apart. Push up for strength and pull down for your stretch. See if you can get a little bit more activation in this quad this time. What that means is that it'll burn faster. So try to get to the point where you really feel that, and then just go from there. Up for strength and down for stretch. And then we'll switch sides. So bring your left leg on top, push your right leg up towards the ceiling, and pull with your left leg down towards the floor. You're holding your right leg with both hands. If you don't hold your leg, it's going to activate different muscles. So make sure that you have that stability there. That's going to ensure that you use your quads. Otherwise, it's going to probably activate your glutes. We don't want that. We don't want that. No, thank you. Up for strength and down for stretch. And now we're going to go into a medial hamstring stretch. So bring your right leg up and let your knee open to the right. Grab your heel with your right hand. So everything here is happening on the right side of your body. You're going to kick it down for strength and pull up for your stretch. You can also use a rope for this one if you want. Down for strength and up for stretch. Make sure that you support your head if you want to. You could have a yoga block even that you rest your head on. That would be okay. I usually just hold it with my other arm. Too many props are just more things to get in the way. Down for strength and up for stretch. You should feel this in the inner part of your hamstring. And hopefully this stretch feels a little bit better to you after we've done some problem solving. I hope so. And now switch sides. Bring your left leg up. Grab your heel with your left hand. Kick down for strength. And pull up for stretch. And just go back and forth. Down for strength and up for stretch. Make sure you're resisting and moving the whole time. So at any point, if you slipped, your arm would fly up and your leg would kick down. And it doesn't matter if you're on your way up or your way down, it's the same. Right? Doesn't matter. My right leg is always resisting. My left leg, and my left arm is always pulling. And you just go back. Awesome, awesome. All right, my friends. Great, great, great. I'm getting better at knowing what time it is just based off of the sun or whatever. I did it. I'm so glad you guys are here today. Look at my hair, good stretching hair. Thank you for problem solving with me through my shoulder and my knee pain. I hope this was helpful for you guys. If you like class today, be sure to give it a thumbs up because that helps get the word out, especially to people who are just like you, who have the same interests. It's how YouTube works. So if you like this, other people like you will see it. So that's something you can do for the world, something good you can do for the world and for me. Also, don't forget to subscribe. If you haven't done that yet, there's a little button in the corner. Just subscribe. Make sure you also click the bell icon so you don't miss class ever. Group class typically is Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. Central Time, and Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday at 9 a.m. Central Time. Every once in a while I take a day off, so just pay attention. It'll always be in the video section of my page, so you can see when there's a class coming up, a live class coming up. And but that's the typical schedule, so get it in your world, put it in your calendar. You can also always watch these classes after the fact. The good thing about live class is that you can participate and tell me things during class. So always feel free to bring your problems to me because that makes my life more interesting. All right. Also, if any of you guys feel the need to give back, there are a lot of ways you can do that. Subscribing, of course. You can also donate to the channel. This channel is completely run off of donations. And so any donation you make helps get this type of stretching out to the world and helps me to stay afloat. Share this with people you know and care about. Anybody who you think might need a little bit of extra work or has some chronic pain they're dealing with, share these videos with them. And of course, liking and commenting is very helpful and I appreciate it so much. All right, my friends, have a great day and I will see you again very, very soon. Oh my gosh, you guys... Helen, you're in the midst of summertime. Yeah, I know. It's right in the middle of the afternoon. It's perfect timing. That's why I do these classes so early. And then my West Coast people, they get up so early for class. So shouts out to you guys on the West Coast too. All right. I'll see you guys soon. Have a great week. Bye-bye.